Hey guys, welcome back with another video at Linksy. How are you all doing? Yes, today we're back to Rome, and I have a special one for you guys. I haven't done a Rome video in almost a week, and what else? What better? What else is better than coming back to? I think yes, that is how language must be done. What else is better than a massive Sabian camel cataphract sally out? It smells of a greasy boy, of a cheesy man, and a mad rat. We have Essence, mad rat in Greece, salsa picante, spicy boy, versus three people, random people, and it's a siege until Infernum. And damn, so we have Saba, Stygian Kingdom, and Carthage versus Syracuse, Arveni, and Epirus. Three really good factions on attack. Maybe Syracuse is better on defense with its mercenary Etruscan hoplites and veteran hoplites, but it does have really good units to attack with, as well as Samite warriors especially. And it's I would have gotten slingers. It has really good cavalry as well, but there's no companion cav or Hippias lancers. And on the other hand, we have Cretan archers and Trojan slingers for Epirus, with some Italian swordsmen in front and Illyrian levies. Pike unit over there and a couple of hoplites. Oh, the artillery is being taken out. That's a really good shot over there. Really painful shot into those hoplites and in that artillery. General over there also getting heavily damaged. The Hellenic Royal Guard down quite a few men. It seems there are 2 units of pikemen over there, which is not the best. He's doing the worst thing he could do and do a full-on retreat. Thracian Noble Cavalry coming out from there. Mercenary Italian Cavalry is also present. Don't know why they're Mercenary Italian Spearmen all the way back here, but look at this, the Horde, the Dothraki Horde, or the Carthaginian Horde. Noble Campaigning Cav, Mercenary Numidian Noble Cavalry. This is gonna be a massacre, and Noble Cavalry coming out. Those are really good cavalry, especially the Campaigning Cav and the Numidian Nobles. They're both ridiculously good in melee, and the Campaigning Cav, well, you guys know, it's one of my favorite cavalries in the game. While this is happening, the Sabian cataphracts are charging in. Camel cataphracts breaking through the light hoplites over here, charging in. They're just demolishing everything. The light horses are gone. The hoplite wall is collapsing. The mercenary Etruscans and the heavy hoplites will hold, but these camel cataphracts coming in for a rear charge, and they're not braced. That is going to be brutal. That is a ridiculous charge. 270 kills right off the bat, sandwiched in between 2 heavy cavalry forces over there. Himyar Cav charging into Light Horse. That thing is not gonna last for long, and the Light Horse over here is breaking. This cavalry over here is destroying the Onager, and Onager is being routed, and there is a hole in the army of the Syracusan forces. They are trying to build a line of defense around the siege towers by Arveni. They're putting forces in. Royal Peltas coming in to try and hold the line, as well as the picked hoplites over there. But the front lines of the Syracuse in force are gone. Over on this side, the forces of Carthage and the Stygian Kingdom are split out. The Stygian Kingdom charges in 120 kills on these Illyrian levies in the rear. Now it's pulling out before they can do any real damage. Artillery is still shooting over there. Lots of damage is being done. The balance of power, which obviously was in favor. Oh, those Royal Peltas got flattened. Those boys. Oh, this Camel Cataphract is going to get a juicy charge into those missiles. Routing those missiles really quickly. Now it's pulling out 2 whole units of archers, just completely wiped from the face of the planet. Lots of peel also being used on these Camel Cataphract. They're not going to live to see another day, but they have definitely done their due. They're rear charging these Royal Peltas once again, and they're still alive with 11 troops over them. The general over here is unfortunately getting surrounded. It is getting still decent shots, decent charges in the rear of those troops, but it's making sure that the cataphracts don't allow these units to come back. These cataphracts over here also in good place, and this Himyar cavalry unfortunately now is getting picked off really quickly by the Samite warriors throwing in their Pila, and unfortunately this is too much of a nut to crack with what is left for Saba. Those mercenary veteran hoplites not something I would charge, and the Sabian cataphracts are pulling back after the massacre and breaking the first lines of defense. The walls over here have been pushed down, and there are some Thracian warriors ready to receive them, and the mercenary Italian swordsmen being pulled out. Oh wow, okay. These noble cavalry and noble Thracian royal horses are wrecking the frontline forces of Epirus. Epirus is down to half his army already, with most of the Italian swordsmen being murdered straight off the bat. Over here, what's happening? The Italian swordsmen coming back to help in the levies, but that is too late. These Thracian cavalry racking up almost 300 kills, definitely will be 300 kills after those levies will be killed. Royal Paltas coming in to support the heavily damaged front line of Syracuse. The veteran mercenary veteran hoplite, sorry, just so confusing in names sometimes, coming in and holding the line. The artillery is trying to get back in position, but these troops are pretty much destroyed. 280 kills. These guys came back from the far to fight for more. Over here, Italian spearmen are getting picked off one by one, and the cavalry is running around in circles, treating them as if they were a juicy morsel. Campaigning cavalry charging in. The Maribral cavalry is doing another charge in. Where did they get to that charge? Oh, this is brutal. Okay, this is gonna hurt. 187 kills. 187 kills. And 230 kills. They're gonna get so many kills over here, charging against the wall on top of the siege towers. These kills, almost 70 kills on that, and another 40 kills on this. Just one charge, and now that come back in, these naked fighters do not stand a chance. Isolated from their main force. It seems now the attackers are actually on the defensive over here. Another rear charge coming in straight in. This is brutal. These cataphracts are wrecking up the kills. These naked warriors don't really stand a chance. They have only 10 armor. They have 70 melee defense, but it's not going to help them when they're charged in the rear by heavy cataphracts. Oh, that coffee is hot with that much trample. These cataphracts need to be pulled out though, or not. Oh boy. 300 kills, but we're about to see the number shoot up. One charge, they got 70 kills. No, they got 100 kills on one charge. 100 kills on one charge. That is absolutely mental. These cataphracts are on the verge of breaking, but if they do another charge in, then they are before they break. They got their morale back, and they're gonna rear charge. This is again another. This is just a massacre. 270 kills, and we are on the way. Remember, this is just 23 of them. Another 100 kills on a singular charge there. Another 100 kills on a singular charge. And the final charge into those Celtic warriors over there. These cataphracts have wrecked the lines twice, 3 times over. Now over here, the cavalry is moving in, and it's playing catch with... Oh, the noble cavalry for Carthage got annihilated. Must have lost a lot of troops in a charge against Pila. The campaigning cavalry over here is going to be needed to be brought back into the fold, because this is going to be a really difficult, really difficult fight. The Thracian noble royal cavalry in the rear, in those Cretan and Rhodian slingers. Jesus. They're gonna die, but that is a worthy sacrifice if I've seen one. 430 kills. 440 kills even. Unfortunately, the game is... they're out of the game. These Cretans are down to half health. These Rhodian slingers are down to pretty much 1 unit. And the Numidian riders over here... Oh, that is a brutal shot into them. That is not something you want those Numidian riders to take. It would have been better if they charged straight into those Italian swordsmen and gotten the Pila stuck into the Italian swordsmen. It seems now that the cavalry has taken back the walls from the attackers, and the artillery is still coming in. Where's the artillery trying to break? The artillery is trying to break another breach over there. Some Thracian slingers. There are still some good units left, but of course, the most of the money was spent. There's a noble fighter unit over here, and another Libyan infantry just outside the walls, ready to fight. Thracian warriors, Thracian nobles. There are some troops left, but of course, oh god, I've been playing Settlers: Rise of Empire, and but of course, if Greece is watching, he'll giggle, and that would be my day. All right. I don't know what the attacker's gonna do, honestly, because if they get out of this position, they're gonna get picked off. Oh, he got his artillery back. Wait, how many units does he have left? He has less than half. So you can only man 3 of them at the same time. These Royal Peltas are really heavily damaged. Noble Cavalry. It seems Carthage has lost a lot of troops trying to break Epirus over here, more than they should have, or she should have, or they should have, or it should have, or I don't even know what else there is to say. Hellenic Royal Guard are in formation, the pikemen are in formation. That does provide a bit of an issue when dealing with this situation. Definitely wouldn't be the easiest way of dealing with it, but of course there are other ways as well. So what is the next action for these boys? It was a really jam-packed first 10 minutes of this game. Absolutely beautiful stellar plays over here. And over on this side, here, the Thracian noble cavalry, beautiful charges in and out, bobbing and weaving those damages, where Sarriel, not the guy who plays StarCraft, although that guy's also really bloody good at the game. So troops are being moved in, so we can see what damage has been done. That Onager didn't even manage to break the wall over there. Most of its ammunition was gone. Picked Hoplite General is still okay. These archers lost a few men. The front line and the assault units are pretty much all down. 60 men, 40 men over there. Semite warriors lost most of their Pila already, and these Royal Peltas are up 60 kills, so they're really good. But again, most of their Pila is gone. Epirus is pulling back its troops. What is this? The Hellenic Royal Guard are being left on their own. I'd like to say that the attackers lost half their army there, more or less. I mean, Epirus lost 6 to 8 units. Arveni's the one that lost the least, but I think he lost 4 units over here, which is a lot. All his naked swords are gone. Syracuse is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12. So he lost 8 units of that. So they didn't lose their army, but they definitely didn't do well. So the troops are being moved forward. This artillery has been used. It seems that might still have some ammunition left. Probably not that much. The artillery over here has been abandoned, and the cavalry is coming back in for more. 550 kills on those guys. You should send them home. Let give them a break, a holiday. Campaigning cavalry over here just cleaning up. This is what I'm talking about. Campaigning cavalry lost 2, killed 160. Libyan infantry came out and just cleaned up the remainder of those Italian spears. Now the thing is, there's only one campaigning cavalry left over there. Okay, alright, there's another one back here. There is Numidian noble cavalry over here. So they make one mistake, their army gets surrounded. What is Syracuse doing? That is the question. Crossing the river is quite a good idea, because the river does slow down the units just enough, so cavalry just enough so you can shoot. The Numidian Noble Cavalry is coming in for a charge. The the Epirian player left his missiles quite open, and the Noble Cavalry just pulls back, and fire arrows being used. That is interesting. And the slingers are getting in a few good shots. That would have been a disastrous attempt of holding that line. A disastrous mistake by the Epirian player if he did not move in these hoplites to secure it, even though those hoplites can only do so much. Some Italian swords are still available. This Hellenic Royal Guard is pike stacking with them, bringing 2 pikes. It's quite useful. And alright, the first charge is coming in. The spears are holding in the line for now. They won't hold in for long, but they're just make sure that these guys suffer terribly. These Celtic warriors are going to start getting bombarded. Then they're going to get sandwiched by 2 Thracian warriors the moment they get into the settlement. The archers over here. Oh, he didn't get archers, he just got slingers. Okay, they're going to have a big problem shooting above the line. So this unit is 160. It got in a few kills, but you're going to see its numbers drop so quickly. So quickly. Absolutely ridiculous. The charge on the Thracian warriors is insane. Pretty much. I mean, this Thracian warriors is down also quite heavily. I lost a lot of troops over there. Some friendly fire, I must say, but the damage is being done. The slinger ammo over here is also getting a lot of friendlies. These men are just jumping off the walls over here. You can see like no. Oh god. Wait, let's see. Is there someone else doing it? No. Another charge, but these guys 72 kills on a charge, almost better than most cavalry. They got another charge in, up to 100 kills. These Celtic warriors are not having a good time right now. Good thinking of trying to burn that arrow tower at this point, because since they're holding the walls. Really good thinking on the parts of Syracuse over there. But 2 units of Celtic warriors been broken up really fast by these Thracians, which are really easy targets for all of these missile units over here. But these slingers are getting shot at from the sides. Balearic slingers will beat Celtic slingers any day of the week, especially when they have the wall to protect them. And this is not gonna go well for them at all. These units are breaking really quickly. The Royal Peltasts are coming up the walls. They're like, we have to break through really quickly, since the backlines are, I mean, they are enclosed. Cavalry all the way around them outside, and they're trying to break through. And slingers shooting into these chosen swords. Chosen swords being mixed in with the Celtic warriors and the Royal Peltasts. So really and truly, these Thracian warriors do not have much of a chance now. They'll get a few more kills, but they're going to get murdered. And these guys getting in, those chosen swordsmen over there. Chosen swordsmen will hold them better, but there's still a decent amount of losses. And Libyan infantry noble fighters being brought in. More Thracian warriors are being brought in. These Cretan archers are being pulled out since this unit is dead, but now the elites of the elites, these mercenary noble fighters, are about to charge in, and this unit is going to know hell. Pila thrown in. Oh, that Royal Peltast did not have a good time. Their charge is ridiculous. 38 charge bonus versus infantry, 59 melee attack, 4-to-1 weapon damage. They trigger headhunt. They're gonna be even worse. They haven't lost a single man, and they've already killed almost 100. And they are fighting, I mean, Peltasts over here. The Thracian warriors holding the back line for them and stopping those chosen swordsmen from charging in. The arrow tower has been broken down. Noble fighters going to 66 attack. Their morale is ridiculous. They are getting kills on kills. They've broken in the first line. The Royal Peltast, that is really not cool. He pulled through his men through the noble fighters over there. He was losing, so he pulled them through. Of course, that does damage to the noble fighters, disrupts the ranks, and of course these guys are going to have a field day fighting against Sabian archers over here, and there's not much you can do to kill them with Sabian archers. I mean, they're dying. They're 5 left from the 10 because the arrow tower is ending them really quickly, but that is not something cool to do. Celtic fighters are struggling against the noble fighters over there who are holding the line. Slingshots being troubling the Oathsworn over here, already down by 30 men. There's going to be need of another unit to block this, because otherwise these men are going to get slaughtered. The micro is on point, but the problem is the melee units are being kept way too far in the rear. These Numidian cavalry finding a target finally and killing it, and unfortunately this Oathsworn is making it up. It is losing a ridiculous amount of troops, but it also could be a trap, honestly speaking, because if it's trapped up there by these slingers, that is not going to be a good place for them to fight, between slingers, arrow towers and Libyan infantry in their rear. Already down 60 men. These Cretan archers can get solid shots into the back of those Oathsworn. These guys are already shooting into the back of those Oathsworn. These Thracian slingers are not the most expensive unit, and they're just buying time at this point. They're just buying all the time in the world they need. Unfortunately, Samite warriors are also making their way in, and this line of noble fighters will hold, but cannot hold on forever. Not against the onslaught it is facing. The amount of troops that are charging into it are ridiculous, and if they decide to rear charge it, that unit is going to go down really quickly. Troops, chosen swords getting murdered over there. These Oathsworn are getting into those those Thracians. They've killed them. They're down to half health. Unfortunately, now these Samite archers, Samite warriors, are going to stop the Libyan infantry from being able to take position. Perhaps falling back to this arrow tower would be the best idea for the Cretan archers and the Libyan infantry. Samite warriors noticing that their Sabian archers shooting into their backs. The Thracian slingers over here moving in to block in that arrow tower for as long as possible. The Sabian cataphracts getting more kills on these pikemen, which are completely out of position over here. Completely out of position, getting a lot of good juicy shots over there. And these cavalry is preparing to charge in. Companion cavalry, honestly speaking, can break through that really easily, and I think it's exactly what they're going to do. They're about to charge into those juicy archers, and it is the end over here. So 200 kills, especially over here, these Cretan archers and Orlean slingers. That beautiful charge, 70 kills on archers right off the bat, and they're going to force all of the enemy forces to collapse in on them, making sure that their rear lines are completely open. Numidian noble cavalry finding that opening and abusing it. These cavalry need to keep moving. They need to move. They need to keep moving, otherwise they're going to get slaughtered. The Carthaginian player notices this and is moving them in. They're going to get perhaps another charge into those archers. Etruscan hoplites are not big of a deal, especially if they're not braced. These archers getting charged once more. Numidian fighters, noble fighters, Jesus Christ. The Numidian cavalry from Carthage pulls out. The companion cavalry over here has an escape route, and it should really take it. 170 kills from that charge. It should really just pull out, and it is just doing so. It lost three. It lost 3 cavalry from that assault and got 170 kills. That is indeed brutal. This cataphract unit is at 677 kills from those charges over there. The battle that's being fought on here is costing a lot. The Oathsworn general seems to have been broken, and the Libyan infantry over here, which are holding the line while these Cretan archers shoot to their heart's content, as they're doing the damage necessary in those Oathsworn. The companion cavalry over there cleaning up shop. No, they stopped. Last second stop on that charge. That would have been a brutal charge. That would have been a really brutal charge. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. It seems finally the Maribor cataphracts, wherever they are, have been broken, which is unfortunate, because they are such a fantastic cavalry unit. I think they might have reached 700 kills. I am not entirely sure, but that was a beautiful charge. Most of the attacking forces are down. Celtic warriors over there, Oathsworn. I think this was the general. Yeah, this was the general. Broken down, shattered. Sabian swordsmen in the front. most of the army of the defense is still active, and they're doing really good job at it as well. Shooting at the Oatsworn general to make sure the general dies. Did the general die? The general just died, yes. And the Libyan infantry over here being slaughtered. I mean, 2 Oatsworn units, it's not something you want to be fighting. An Oatsworn unit, an Oatsworn unit and a Chosen Swords unit. Somewhat worse coming in to finish capping that arrow tower, but the cavalry over here just ping-ponging around. This companion cavalry is doing its best. There are 2 of them. This general has been caught out. It needs to. One thing I kind of wish, and maybe they can do it in mods, is if like general pike units can go into box formation, because that would be a really good last stand kind of a unit. Even though most of the times no one brings generals as pikemen, that it could be a useful thing to have. So Sabian archers coming in, shooting their way in. Those Rhodian slingers are not having a good time over there. And more Sabian archers shooting over that hill. Beautiful shots into these men. They're getting slaughtered as where they stand, as they're trying to shoot down these companion cavalry and clean up the mess up here. Now, the thing is, what can the attack do in this case? Really and truly, this general is that. Oh. Yeah, that I wouldn't be charging that general with cavalry, to be frank. Because you lost 20 cavalry over there. I mean, he does have a ridiculous amount of damage. Pila shots and the main problem with this is it has so much. Yeah, it has so much health, and one Pokeboy getting a poke into a cav, yeah, it kills it instantly. I mean, damage is being done. This guy is losing 20 every charge, but not ideal. Not ideal. There are better units left inside that can deal with that. Especially like a Trojans. I've been playing a lot of Troy and talking a lot about Troy. Thracian nobles will do a beautiful amount of work against that. To be honest, the defense should be able to take this out quite comfortably without any problems whatsoever. The Hellenic nobles or Hellenic royal guard is being pulled back, and this mercenary Numidian tried to charge in, but the Etruscan hoplites are holding the line very effectively. At this point, it seems. It genuinely feels as if the defenders are toying with the attackers and just picking them off one by one. Like again, like that was at 80. Now it's down 76. It's getting murdered. Lost 15 men over there. Charges and counter charges are being done all the time. The general for is still alive for Saba. What is the general for Carthage? No, the general for Carthage is still alive. Perhaps it is inside the settlement. It definitely is. I must say though, I'm quite happy and proud of Salsa Picante for the massive progress he has done. I do not see any units back here cleaning up the routing units. That is a must be. You know, the general must have. The general just fled for Saba. I spoke too soon. This hoplite unit is about to get slaughtered. Himyar cavalry coming in. Hoplites are doing a beautiful job over there. Hoplites are doing wonderfully well. The charging in and out of units is really helping as well. I'm just mesmerized. The micro it takes to do so. Let's keep in mind, Rome units are not really that effective, and they do not respond to commands that easily. It takes them a while. They're like, oh, oh, yeah, I think we should, yeah, getting shot by archers is not a good idea. Let's move, guys. Okay, yeah, let's do that. 10 minutes later. What were we doing, guys? Why are there everyone dying? Oh, yeah, let's move. And they start trotting away. These hoplites were taken down. The general unit made it in. Casualties sustained. It's really heavily damaged. And the missile units over here wasted a lot of ammunition. I'm not sure why they're using fire arrows, because fire arrows is affecting their own units' morale. But yeah, this unit I don't see. Yeah, it broke and it's gone. And this hoplite unit, I don't see them returning. Oh, this pikeman unit even. I don't see them returning whatsoever to the battlefield. These guys are doing their own sweet pickings over there. These cavalry are all good. Where is my companion cav? Oh, 540 kills on the companion cav. But they're not pushing in the assault at all. They're wasting their archers over here. Their archers should be up here, putting pressure on the center. Mercenary hoplites holding the line over there. Archers just shooting at any unit that comes forward. Picking off the units. This cavalry has done impeccable work out here. Like non-stop, the cavalry has provided so much harassment that the defense didn't really need to focus that much on the inside of the city, with the exception of this little outcropping here. So what's happening? They're pulling back. Now, something I really like doing when attacking this settlement is assault here and here. Not this corner per se, but these two areas. And also have an army assault from up here and here at the same time. What I do is have artillery over here blast the hole through this wall. And once you've taken a foothold here, you've blasted the wall through that hole and you start pouring units in here, and it automatically forces them to retreat this way, right? And that retreat will allow you to gain ground really quickly, because you cannot have units behind your lines. It's really terrifying. I realized how many battles I cast on this settlement tour, because it is a fun settlement. It does help you put... Ooh, what are these guys? Oh, these guys are just charging into... They're routing into there. Now, finally, assault is coming. The Semite warriors and what's left of the Semite warriors is charging in. Sabine swordsmen will not hold on for a long time, but they'll do okay. The archers over on this side will absolutely slaughter anything that comes in, though. And they're going to get really beautiful shots in. The crossfire is perfect. Some more Semite warriors, good luck to get through these mercenary hoplites over here. These guys are better than you at holding the line, yeah. I mean, their armor and melee defense is similar, but there's more of them and they're still fresh. You are not. Veteran hoplites coming on the wall. Now, a nice trick you could do over here, once you engage everything, you put a unit on the wall, run it along the wall, and just charge into these missiles, which are going to be doing a lot of damage. The Balearic Slingers shooting in, a lot of men are just going to start falling left, right, and center. These Semite warriors are not doing as well as they should be. The Etruscan warriors over there together, they're trying to break through the Sabine swordsmen. There are still archers up here, and they're having a trade-off with these Cretan archers over on that side. This as well as Sabine archers, but these Cretan archers are depleted and out of ammunition. There are 14 of them left, and they're just sacrificed at this point. This guy took an arrow to his arms. Jesus. They're gone. These guys are slowly being whittled down. Missile fire from this side is coming in as well, and it's shooting into the flanks of these Semite warriors. The damage is definitely not going well. The arrow tower over here is going to break, and these mercenary hoplites might take some damage from that arrow tower. And the chosen swordsmen over here managing to get through. There's 64 of them. Oh, they're stuck over there, but they're this they might just die. He's pulling them through. He's pulling them through the line. That is not ideal. Yeah, this, like, the amount of men that are dead here from their rear is ridiculous, and these guys aren't even fighting that hard. They've killed 2 men since all of this and lost half of their force straight off the bat. So this is going to break down in a second, and these hoplites, yep, those hoplites took some decent damage over there. Not that many died, but still, that's a lot. The Oathsworn over here are routing, and the Chosen Swords are routing. The endless missile fire coming in from Saba over there. Army loss penalties has been triggered, and this is good. GG. Good game, good game. The entire force over here has been routed off with just missile fire. They barely made it into the settlement. They just got into here, took up the wall up here, and it seems now that the Epirian player is going to do a last stand on the hill. This was a massacre. And the cavalry is a fantastic thing, which is not as often used as it should be. The cavalry should just come here and prepare to kill anything that comes out. The army losses are ridiculous. The last general that is in decent health is marching forward. The amount of missile fire it's taking, it's not going to last for a long time. It's already down 15 men, and that's just great. Sabin warriors just charging in now. Their counter charge. These Etruscans and Semites are not going to do well. The veteran hoplites will hold on for a while, but that's the best they can do. These mercenary hoplites over here are having a field day. They're killing anything that's moving. The cavalry should just charge in and sandwich this. There are a few hundred men just routing over here, which are not going to see their homes. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. Okay, they broke. These guys are breaking as well. Oh, sorry. I don't know what happened to me there. I couldn't speak properly. Something got stuck in my throat. These units are pretty much just breaking. This general is the only thing that's still holding, and everything else is just a massacre. And these Numidian nobles are gonna charge in and have the time of their life, just attacking these men from every which angle, every which way, and just enjoying that charge in on the sides and the flanks, getting a few hundred more kills. The Campanian cavalry were brought inside the settlement, I believe. Yes, they were, to further bolster the defense, but at this point there's nothing they could have done. The units are routing away, and that was a close. That was not a close victory. That genuinely was not a close victory. 677 kills, 400 kills, 312 kills, 136 kills on those Sabin cataphracts. Merry cataphracts. That is pitiful. But yeah, Saba breaking the army of Gunnar Whitehead quite easily over there. Let's see, Salsa Picante, his force, 632 kills on this Campanian cavalry. These guys did really well as well. His archers doing good. His front line of Libyan infantry and noble fighters holding the line just long enough. Madrat barely used any of his troops if at all. His mercenary hoplites holding the line at the end, but otherwise his general did a fantastic job. And of course we've seen Greece. That was really nice. So Solo Drew, I mean, he did the best on his team. He was the one that was harassed the last. AS85 just absolutely melted with those cataphracts, cavalry, etc. And Gunnar he lost his entire light hoplites and most of his Etruscan hoplites with the charges, and then his archers barely getting a few shots in, and his artillery also barely getting any shots in. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. It's been a while since I uploaded some Rome, so I hope this scratches your fancy till that happens. I'm going to be a little bit irregular with regards to time. I'm still going to upload every day, but I'm going to be very irregular with regards to the time because, well, I have 2 or 3 weeks left to submit my dissertation, and that takes priority. And frankly speaking, it's a nightmare to deal with right now. It's I'm struggling a bit, but you know, I'll try to keep this going as long as possible, as well as doing my RL obligations at the same time. With that said, guys, take care. Have a good day, morning, evening, afternoon. Stay safe because COVID unfortunately is going back up in many countries. As even in Malta right now, we went from 0 to I don't know what the hell 100 miles an hour, like with regards to cases. So it's becoming a bit bad. So we're kind of going in the direction of a partial lockdown once more, but we'll see what happens. Wherever you are, stay safe, take care of yourselves, wear your mask, and see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.